Hey, I'm Hunt, and this is Hunt on LSU, your channel for LSU Fighting Tiger football talk. Enjoy the video. We want you to leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe right below the video. Enjoy. Okay, let me preface this segment with a little bit of a disclaimer, if I might. I am not making an attempt to determine which offense is better, the 2019 LSU offense or the 2023 offense. I repeat, I am not trying to compare them to determine which offense is better. Do we have that out on the table? Have we got that clear? I'm looking up here, Justin Jefferson highlights. Unfortunately, getting a little hamstring injury there. But that's the best offense we have ever seen at LSU, and you can make a strong case it's the greatest offense in the history of college football. I am not pulling these stats up and comparing them to say, oh, is 2023 better? I'm not at all. I'm just saying if we have the greatest, why don't we just see where things stack up? And it creates a little bit of a discussion. Again, we know that the statistics I'm going to pull for you for the 2019 team involve games in Tuscaloosa at Bryant-Denny, involve an SEC championship game against Kirby Smart's Georgia Bulldogs, include a national championship game against Brent Venables' Clemson Tigers. Okay? This offense has faced Ole Miss, Missouri, Mississippi State, Arkansas, and then Florida State, and it didn't go awesome against Florida State. So it's not apples to apples. I'm well aware of it. I just want to toss some numbers around for the sake of discussion. So now that I think I've adequately put a disclaimer out there, let's just kind of look. LSU's offense right now is fifth in the country in points per game, which is fantastic. They're scoring 44.8 points per game, so about 45 points per game for this offense. That LSU offense scored 48 a game and was the best in the country. So, again, that offense did get to play a couple more non-conference games than this team has played. This team has really only played one cupcake, but the LSU offense in 2019, pretty salty, 48 points per game, 3 more than this team. Rushing offense. This LSU offense is actually 15th in the country in rushing the football, which surprised me last week when I started to look that up, and now you've kind of seen what we did in Missouri, and you look at it and you go, oh, okay, 210 yards per game, yeah, that's solid run offense, 15th in the country. LSU in 19 was 60th in the country in run offense, only ran it for 167. The biggest difference here is not necessarily Clyde and Diggs, it's Jayden Daniels and Joe Burrow. Jayden Daniels totes it for 100 a game sometimes, and Joe was good for a nice 15-yard game when he needed it, but that was about all you're going to get from him. So LSU running the ball, this team runs it for 40 more yards per game than 19 did. Passing offense, LSU this year, 7th in the country in passing offense, 337 yards per game. LSU in 2019, 2nd in the country in pass offense at 401 yards per game. I'll give you a little trivia question here. Who do you think averaged more passing yards? What school do you think averaged more passing yards than LSU in 2019? Give you a second there. It is, of course, Washington State in Mike Leach's final season up there on the Palouse. So LSU this year, 7th in the country in passing yards. That LSU offense, 2nd. And you're talking about a difference of more than 60 yards per game to the 19 team. LSU right now in 2023 is the 3rd ranked total offense in college football. 548 yards per game. Of course, in 19, they were the best total offense in college football at 563. So you're looking at about a 16, 17-yard difference that the 2019 team did. But when you look at that number, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. When you look at how easy LSU seemed to move the ball in 19 and how many yards they were chalking up, this team is only averaging 16 yards less or so, 18 yards less or so. And maybe you could argue, hey, that's just because the clock didn't stop on a first down. You gave them the extra 3 plays. They'd have it. It's pretty close. And again, Clemson, Georgia, I got it. But just for the sake of just laying it out there, this offense is moving the ball through its portion of its schedule just about as easy as that one did. Third downs, LSU is number 3 in the country in third down efficiency at 56%. That's 6% better than the 2019 team was. That team was 4th in the country in converting on third downs. And then red zone touchdown percentage, LSU converts 71% of their red zone third downs, or red zone touchdowns at this point. That's 29th in the country. LSU in 2019 was 4th in the country in red zone touchdown percentage. So, look, LSU in 2019, 1st in points per game, 1st in total offense, 2nd in pass offense, number 4 on third downs, number 4 in the red zone, top 5 in all those statistics. And LSU is top 5 in points per game, total offense, and third down percentage at this point. This team runs the ball a little bit more efficiently than that one did, thanks to Jayden Daniels, I think. And then you look in the red zone, and LSU in 2019 was better. I just like to kind of look at some things. I think it's easy for us to look at it and go, yeah, they're doing a lot, but that team, Burrow, Chase, Jefferson, Terrace Marshall, Thad Moss, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, like that team, you can't really compare it. And then you look at it and you go, well, just on paper, without the opponents that you play, like they are moving the ball just about that good. And these two offenses are the most confident I've been in two offenses in my time watching LSU ever. I thought LSU was fantastic with Rohan Davey and Josh Reed chopping it up and going to the Sugar Bowl and beating Illinois. That was a great offensive team. The 2013 team we know that had Mettenberger over 3,000 yards and Jeremy Hill over 1,000 yards and Jarvis and Odell over 1,000 yards. That was a great offensive team as well. These two inspire the most confidence in me. The question now remains, can Jayden Daniels in this offense do this against Alabama, who's been good on defense this year? Can they do this against Texas A&M's front that is full of pros? And then if you were to get an opportunity against Georgia, like, could you do it against those teams? Because the 19 team did, and that's what separates them. Right now, you got to hope that this team is going to score a bunch of points on everybody. And it's fun to say, oh, well, they'll just roll out of bed and drop 40 on you. Well, that remains to be seen in Tuscaloosa. Burrow took the football in Tuscaloosa and went right down the football field, hit Chase for a touchdown, and they were off to the races, and Alabama just couldn't stop them. Do that, and then we'll really have the conversation whether or not it's worthwhile. Do it in the SEC championship game against the best defense in college football. Got a long way to go to get there. And in the case of Burrow and Clyde and Jets and Jamar and Terrace, and they also had a defense full of pros, and LSU in 2023 doesn't appear to. So again, the apples-to-apples comparison doesn't work perfectly. But I do think it's fascinating to know that basically, in terms of yards per play, the 2023 offense is right up there with the 2019 offense. They move the ball about that efficiently. Now can they do it against Auburn, Army, and go to Tuscaloosa and see what you can do? It feels like at this point, once you've gotten past Mizzou and you look at what Auburn's done, it's like, oh, this is kind of a month-long Alabama pregame show. It's really not. This team's got a lot of work to do before then. 2011 team didn't have that much work to do pre-Alabama. 19 team made pretty quick work of most guys, most teams, not Alabama. This one has taken huge bumps in the road. Not do very much to this offense. But it's statistically, I mean, I laid out 6 statistics there. 2 of them favored the current team, third down efficiency and rushing, 4 the other way. But man, every single stat for the 19 team that we've talked about, except for the run offense, is in the top 4 in the country. It was pretty fun to watch, if you ask me. I thought that team was not bad in 2019. Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.